Hey everyone, my name is Robert. Merry Christmas and welcome back to another episode of WPF. Today I have 3 stories for you. I tried to find stories that were more Christmas related. I found 2 that involved Christmas, but not exactly holly jolly kind of stories. But either way, let's get into it. The first story is that hundreds of Kenyan girls are preparing to spend Christmas in schools rather than with their families because they're in fear that their parents will force them to undergo FGM. And if you don't know what FGM is, it means female genital mutilation. Basically, it's a circumcision process. Schools that should have closed more than a month ago for the holidays are staying open for the girls, while others are staying in churches in northwestern Pokot County. Someone said, and I quote, "My parents force us to undergo FGM because they want dowry. When girls are circumcised, their parents have already arranged for them to be married off. Then they meet their husband and... yeah." Head teachers have been told to accommodate the girls and ensure that they attend the classes throughout the year to prevent them from being married off at a young age or forced to undergo that FGM, which is in secret. There seems to also be a worrying trend towards younger and younger girls being forced to undergo this procedure, which means instead of around 15 or 14, it will go down to 11 or 12 years old, which is way too young for people to be married. I understand that that is a thing that goes on in many other countries and has been going on in other countries for a long time, but it's not right. It's not right to force them to go out and do this, and I accommodate the schools for actually letting them go instead of having to go on a Christmas break, which will lead them to having to get this procedure and get a husband at 15. Our second story is a really funny one. It's not funny in the sense that it's gross, but it's funny in the sense that it just happened. Basically, a security guard was caught masturbating during a San Diego Chargers game on Sunday was fired. A video was posted on Facebook showing the unidentified guard seemingly pleasuring himself just steps away from the cheerleaders at Qualcomm Stadium during the Chargers game against the Oakland Raiders. One horrified woman said, "So clearly elite security nor the San Diego Chargers care that they have a masturbating security guard at the game." So, from what I saw of the video, he was right there, doing it right in front of them. There was a camera on him, zoomed in on him, and no one seemed to really care at the game. No one seemed to be doing anything. I mean, I get that you have to be focused on the game. A lot of the people are. But, I'm going to show you the video, and you'll see how obvious it was. Here's the video. Gross. Obvious, isn't it? I mean, that's really gross, but just so funny to me, because it's just so stupid. I mean, you're just doing that right in front of them, obviously to them, in a crowd filled with thousands of people. Even someone in the stands far away could see that. Okay, we're gonna go on to the next story. Our final story is a pretty sad one. I'm pretty sure you have heard of it. At least 12 people were killed, between 45 and 50 others being injured after a truck drove into a crowded Christmas market in Berlin on Monday. Of the injured, 24 people have been released from the hospital, according to authorities, and they assume that it is a terrorist attack. One of the German Chancellor Angela Merkel said that they assume that it was a terrorist attack. The Berlin police say that the man who was found dead in the truck did not control the truck that drove into the Christmas market. Flags flew at half-staff across Germany on Tuesday as the country mourned the attack's victims. Christmas markets in Berlin closed for the day, and the Attorney General announced the beginnings of a criminal investigation. Okay. By the way, all 3 stories are in the description down below. I know I miss a lot of stuff, but I need to cram a good amount of these stories into a short amount of time. But Why? What I don't understand is what would bring a person to want to ram a group of people at a Christmas market. I mean, I'm in German class. I know a bit about Christmas markets. They seem to just be a place where you can go around in this little like part of town with just tons of Christmas lights and trees and decorations, and you can buy stuff and like such as other decorations and food. And it's a really beautiful place, especially in Germany. And this guy just wanted to ram him with a truck. I don't know what they mean by that he did not control the truck, even though he was dead. There is a chance that the dude who actually hits them jumped out. I mean, he could have went top speed and then jumped out, rolled on the ground, blah, blah, blah. Or it could have been a case of he jumped out after he hit them. But the man who was found dead was not the one who rammed into it. So I feel like he might have been the original driver, and he just happened to leave the man in the seat dead. It's just not right in any sort of way. And I hope they catch him. I probably missed some of the story. I guess they might have caught him already. But if they haven't, and he's alive, take his ass to jail or kill him. I mean, if he injured 50 people and at least 12 people were killed from what they figured out so far, they deserve to die. That man that rammed into him. And according to the article, it did say that he was a Polish man, if I'm correct. A little bit of checking because I didn't put that in my notes. I'm sorry. The police tweeted later that the man was a Polish citizen. So I feel like there's a feud between them. There is something bad. According to the article, that the perpetrator of the attack is likely still on the loose now that I check. So he needs to go to jail. A potential suspect, though, was arrested, but they hedged the possibility the man, an asylum seeker from Pakistan, was responsible for it, and the man was later released from custody, according to the German federal prosecutor. Yeah, that's the end of WPF for today. Not as happy stories as I expected to have or that I wished to have had. I hope you guys, though, have an amazing Christmas weekend. I mean, it is on a Sunday, and Christmas Eve is on the Saturday. All the people who are on Christmas break, have fun. I am not yet on Christmas break because my school decided to move it back a week for some reason. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WPF. All the links in the description are down below. In the description, like I just said, on screen is our Spreadshirt, a link to my channel, Cole's channel, and the WPF Timid Media channel, as well as in the description too. There is our G2A link, so go down there, click the G2A link, get some sweet ass games, and check the full stories down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Now we'll see you guys in the next episode of WPF. Goodbye.